Hello everyone and welcome to this SmartTalk where LSP and I had the opportunity to interview the team from XBorg. Without any more waiting, I'll let them present themselves. See you there.
So I was a quant at Credit Suisse, and then I was crypto specialist at Rothschild & Co. In the meantime, I was heavy into crypto, and I was council member at a couple of DAOs, like City DAO, for instance. They're building a city on the Ethereum network, or like using the Ethereum network. And I was building some quant strategies in crypto on the sides, and then made the jump full-time crypto with XBorg.
Hello, I'm Amel. I'm community manager and in charge of XBorg partnerships. I worked on some NFTs projects before that, on music and on tennis. And here I am to be part of this big journey.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I'm João from Portugal. I'm a community manager here as well, also in charge of the tournament section together with us. I've been investing in crypto since 5 years, community managing since last year, so about a year now. And I'm here to provide everybody with a good time and some fun games to play together.
Fantastic.
Cool.
Yeah, I think we have us remaining. Akim, if you could give just a quick intro.
Yeah, I was waiting the stadium screaming my name like Gonzo, Gonzo.
King.
Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Gonzo, now called Oznog. You just say it in the other way because I'm on the other side. So I'm sticking around in SwissBorg as far as I remember, and I had recently the huge opportunity to join XBorg and help them to achieve what they want to achieve. So yeah, I'm on their side. I'm in charge of the growth and also helping the team to set up the DAO there. And most of you know me, sometimes for the good and sometimes for the bad. I'm happy to be here today to speak with you about XBorg and answering all of your questions and maybe showing you some interesting stuff that we are doing on the other side. Happy to be here, guys. Let's the show begin.
Cool.
Welcome, Dr. Oznog. Nice to meet you.
I'll just say Gonzo because
I'm going to say Gonzo, man. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your project. I think is a good place to start.
Sure. So first thing first, we are powered by SwissBorg, meaning that everything that we do sort of belongs to SwissBorg and has a link to the SwissBorg ecosystem. And I will expand on this after the intro, because I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions, as to what the heck does XBorg have to do with the SwissBorg ecosystem. But to put it simply, we are a supercharged gaming community. So at the core of what we do, we are a community of players. So we have players that come together within the XBorg ecosystem to share tips, strategies about the game, play together. And when I say supercharged is because we're heavy into esports and we also invest directly in the games that we play. So a player that is part of the XBorg ecosystem has access to assets that belong to XBorg. So us as, let's say, gaming guild, to put it very simply, we invest into games, and then players that belong to our ecosystem can receive our assets to perform during our tournaments, competitions, or just to play, casually during the games. We're also supercharged because we are heavy into esports. And if you look at GameFi, so the incorporation of blockchain tech in games, about play to earn, play and earn. And the next wave is really esports. As there is massive capital flowing into blockchain games, this capital will eventually flow in the esports segment. Now, the blockchain games will host some of the biggest tournaments in history of gaming. And so we are pioneering pretty much this move, and we're one of the first to go heavy on esports. And as such, we've organized about 6 tournaments in April. We'll go harder in May with about 15 tournaments. And in June we'll go over this, I think, about 25 or even 1 tournament a day. And this is really the community aspect of XBorg. Now there is a second pretty exciting part of XBorg, and that is technology. So we're using blockchain technology to empower players. And what I mean by this is we're using crypto and blockchain to try to value as much as we can the players. I'm sure here on during this live, there are so many people that played while they were young and they received nothing out of gaming. And as such, they were not really empowered. So what blockchain allows us to do is to really empower players, and we'll do it by many different ways. First is crypto identity, and I really like this part. It's the fact that we can import your off-chain data on-chain, so to effectively have your in-game achievements be represented by NFTs, which is pretty cool. And how we do it is through private APIs and oracles that call smart contracts and that issue NFTs as per different achievements that you have in games. And why that is interesting, so it's pretty much your CV of your game achievements. And that is interesting because there is another even more exciting stuff coming out, which is NFT lending. As I mentioned, players that are part of our ecosystem can benefit from our treasury assets, but this will be disrupted via an NFT lending platform where people that possess in-game assets can lend these game assets to players. And we can also incorporate crypto identity in this. And so if you have a very good game asset, let's say one of the best card on Cross the Ages, you will be able to lend this card to the best player. And we'll be able to track this because we issue NFTs for game achievements. So you will see, and you'll have a proof on chain that this player indeed is one of the best. And we're doing this via non-transferable NFTs. And that's one part of what we do. The other part is tokenization. And we will have the opportunity to tokenize esports players' contracts as we know them now, which is pretty exciting. It will give the opportunity for esports players to truly own their value and also have fans buy their tokens or buy their NFTs in order to support them and to grow as they also grow. A last part is decentralized esports. We can have a very fair and transparent admission to esports team, which is a current struggle in the esports industry. And thanks to crypto identity, we know the performance of a player, and so based on this, we can add them or give them the opportunity to join our esports team. There are many sort of different aspects to tech, but I think it was quite a lot to digest. And if I may just for 1 minute discuss about investments, because some of you may wonder at this point, how does that make financial sense for XBorg and arguably for SwissBorg? Well, it's because we are leveraging the aspects of esports, technology, and community to make smart investments at early stages of games. So you can think of us in a way as a sort of VC funds, so venture capitalist funds or early stage investment vehicle that invest in early games. We have to understand that we are a key investment partner to early games that are looking for capital, because we not only bring capital but also volume of players and also technology to empower the players and to overall just add further value to their ecosystem. So that was a pretty long intro to XBorg. If you need some clarity or if I need to add a bit of substance to what I just said, happy to clarify. And hopefully you liked it.
Wow, yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Lot.
Very concise as well. There's a lot that you guys are obviously very serious about what you're doing, which is good. Awesome, man.
So like to synthesize everything and try to have it in like one dense sentence. Let's say if I wanted to maximize the utility of XBorg to a maximum, I'd join the guild and then I'd play a game, and with you guys' system I'd automatically get rewarded for playing the game or for achieving things in the game. And then let's say that reward is super rare, I'd be able to lend it through XBorg to other people who may need it to play the game as well.
Yep.
Yes, and yes.
Yeah, I mean, we also have this, sort of esports track, which is a key USP to us. And so if you want to be challenged on the game, you can be part of XBorg. One thing that we did not mention is we're partnering with lots of games, and we did an AMA yesterday with MetaOps, a pretty cool FPS on Solana. Tomorrow we have another call with Spell of Genesis. So members of our community will have opportunities to get whitelist, drops, and also learn about new games at a very early stage. So to potentially make investments, although we don't give financial advice, of course.
One thing that I would ask for those who have absolutely no idea, because one thing, we all have a general understanding of some of the topics that are discussed on the Smart Talk, and I think it's very easy to forget that there's people that have some people don't even know what an NFT is. How would you describe what it is that you do to somebody who has no idea about cryptocurrency?
Actually, we have some players that don't have any clue about cryptocurrencies and NFT, and when they join us because of a friend mostly, and they join us to play, and they have been convinced by their friends to come and take the reward even if they don't understand. And on a later stage, they start to ask questions, because at one point they say, hey, they give me something, but it seems that this thing has some value. And they start to think like a human being and say, okay, I can have this value in my pocket maybe. So they ask, how can I convert this? What's the best way? So then we leverage our competencies to teach them and to onboard them on crypto. And guess what is the first choice for them? SwissBorg.
SwissBorg, yeah, which is good. It's something that I thought was a pertinent question to ask, because it's really important. Obviously, onboarding more people into cryptocurrency is something that's important, because it's such a small space, at the moment. Still very, 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 very small, but still growing. But yeah, that's a really good answer, King. Thanks, man.
For gamers, it's a little. I think it's a little easier to onboard them than people that have no knowledge of crypto or gamers. Because if you think about it, especially in recent years, most of the gaming of the games that are out there, they all involve either microtransactions or skins, or they all have those kind of aspects to the games already. At least since I think World of Warcraft was one of the first that got those kind of rare loot and buying system on it. So they might not know what the NFT is, but they're used to having cosmetics or keys or
auction
anything.
systems, looting systems.
Exactly. So it's kind of, the onboarding process is not as hard as it is to bring like a non-crypto person to the crypto world. This is bringing gamers to crypto gaming world, so it's a little less it's a little easier.
Yeah. Do you plan on covering costs for 7 open positions? Sorry, how do you plan on covering costs for 7 open positions? Do you have a timeline when you want to be self-sufficient?
All right, so the way guilds work, and I talk about the revenue model of guilds. It's mainly twofold. First is early game investments, and so appreciation of the assets or the governance token. If we look at the biggest guilds, YGG, I think that's 200 million of value created So that's substantial revenue derived from NFT appreciation. The other is NFT yield, which is in-game yield that is generated by players, which flow back to the treasury, and that's sort of the service fee for lending the assets. And it's you have to think not just as partnerships, but it's really the fact that we have a strong treasury. Us, as you understood, we're also heavy on esports. So as such, we'll have also partnerships. It's key to understand that esports attracts lots of capital. We had FTX that sponsored TSM for 200 million. It was a 200 million deal, and there is lots of capital flowing there. So we'll also capitalize on partnerships. There's also this tech aspect, whereby by creating protocols we can take fees on lending, and I don't have to tell you how much money OpenSea makes. And the goal of XBorg is to be self-sustainable as of July. So us as a separate entity, if we want to talk about legal stuff, we're raising capital currently to 20 to 25 angel investors, and we will close strategic rounds that will average between 1 to 1.5 million by July of this year. And this will allow us to have enough runway to cover the cost and justify the hiring of 7 more people, if that was your concern, Luca.
He always asks the same question, so yeah, it was exactly his concern.
Yeah, I understand, right? Because you may think, okay, we're burning lots of cash, but actually we're super lean. And why are we lean is because, yeah, it's some huge alpha that I'm dropping here, but there is a very high chance that XBorg will be tokenized one way or another. And we want our early members to have access to take the risk with us, sort of take a bet, believe in what we do. And this allows us to be lean on cash, but high on incentives. So as we create value, as our ecosystem creates value, our early employees or members, as I like to call them more, they will also benefit from the upside.
Luca is also asking you, why are you only focused on blockchain games? Why not traditional games?
That's a good question. If you understood the revenue model that is derived from NFT appreciation, this means that if we want to go that route, we have to capitalize on blockchain games. We can't just go in any games. Though it might be interesting to operate our ecosystem on non-blockchain game, like traditional games. But in the end, we are Web3 native, and so we are more comfortable on blockchain games because we also have the network. We know the people. We have access to a pretty cool deal flow. But should the industry not go as fast as plans or forecasted, it is an opportunity. Well, it is an eventuality that we might play traditional games.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you guys plan something like your own currency, your own NFT or something like that the community can be part of it also as an investor?
Yes. So this is again, information that we have not unveiled. But when I say XBorg will be tokenized, that means it's either a token or, it's going to be a token, but an NFT is also a token. Whatever we will create, I'm trying to be cautious with what I say, but whatever we will create, retail investors, so people that are listening to this call, will be able to get some of the value that we create. And that will happen through either a governance token or a set of NFTs.
Awesome, awesome. Shord is asking, are these games for PC or for cellular mobile phone games?
Yeah, it's a good question. If we look at the set of games that we're currently playing, so we have Skyweaver. It's compatible on multiple devices. That includes phone and PC. We have Blancos Block Party. That's only PC, if I'm not wrong. Gods
PC and
Unchained.
Mac. PC and Mac.
Sort of PC and Mac. Gods Unchained is the same. I think it's the main games, and that's because of the UX of crypto are not on mobile, because it's hard to get approved by the centralized authorities like the App Store. They're pretty cautious on all things crypto. So it's if you're a mobile game, it's going to take some time before you get some good blockchain games in the app stores.
Mm. There's an interesting comment here, which I'm going to turn into a question. Luca096 was saying, hope the lending currency will be CHSB, which is an interesting comment because we can ask the question, will anything that XBorg is doing directly impact the CHSB token in a positive way?
Yeah.
If you can answer.
So these are things that we still need to discuss with management. But the goal, the goal behind what we do is to add value to the SwissBorg ecosystem. I will directly, discuss about CHSB, but one of the biggest benefits I see is as we onboard more players into GameFi. GameFi has this crypto components, and one of the best ways we have to buy crypto is SwissBorg. So that's cool. But then we'll include SwissBorg in many things that we do, and that includes tournament payouts. So whenever we give a reward to tournament participants, they will have to download the app if they are eligible. But then when it comes to giving back value to the community, if we look at guilds like YGG, Blackpool, they give back value to the investors, by means of dividends, just like a stock or a fund. So it is very likely that we'll give back the value to the community via dividends. And these dividends could well be in CHSB. This is yet to confirm. This includes, sort of management. These are things that sort of go beyond my control. But rest assured that the objective is to, add value to the CHSB. And if you understood how much money can be made in GameFi, like YGG, it's I think it's a treasury of 700 million. So imagine you give payouts of 100 million per year. Imagine the buy pressure this would give to CHSB. But that's yet to be confirmed though. But yeah, I want to emphasize that, XBorg is part of SwissBorg. I mean, it belongs to SwissBorg, so it makes sense that they use the reach that we have for their own benefits.
Yeah, we can imagine subscription in CHSB for tournament, for special events, this kind of thing. We have plenty of idea. Just need to see with the management.
We can also, these are things that I am saying, but please don't quote me on this because this is sort of yet to be confirmed. But when you land an asset, potentially you could add some DeFi components and use CHSB as a collateral for your for lending an NFT. Borrowing an NFT. Sorry. But this is yet to be confirmed.
And if I may add a little thing, there's also something that you could do which is much easier than all of this. Do you have an eye on the channel SB Coffee Text?
Yep, I do.
So look, for example, this is a bot that we have, which we can use to make basically airdrops directly through Discord. LSB, do you want to go ahead and throw another drop?
Yeah.
Or do you want to make people wait a bit?
The thing is, though, I don't think
Let me check.
I don't think I can actually.
Oh, that's a good question. If you can, then try, and if you can't, one of you will do the countdown, and I'll throw it in.
Okay, 1 second.
5,
What's that?
4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, I was on standby. Oh, more
Yeah.
people this time. The first
Wow,
ones were
that went up very
jealous of
quick.
Luca. Cool. If I have a couple of other questions, you guys have different games that come on that come talk and that are able to like show off on your platform and be interviewed and have this sort of awareness that they get when doing this. How do you choose them, and do you vet them in any shape or form, or is it just like first come first serve?
So the main thing is that we are listening the community about the games. So we opened the space on the Discord where players and community members can suggest games. So it goes through a bot. The bot generates a post, and from it, someone is taking the game and is looking at it, making a small article. And if he sees something wrong in it, it will notify us. And if there is no, let's say, red flag, we just make the presentation and we let the people do their own choice. Once the game has reached a certain fame, let's say there is 10 to 20 people that want to dive deeper into that game, then they create a small group, and we open a category for them to be organized within the game, and we let them play. So this is what we are at the stage we are right now, okay? But pretty soon we will have a full-time, I don't know if it's an employee or a trainee, that will be specialized in finding the game, making the due diligence, and pushing us to the community, but still based on the community recommendation. So all the time when you say, hey guys, do you have a project to present? Someone say, oh, you should say Steppen, you should try Splinterland, but it never comes with information behind. So from now, when they will say that, we will have someone that will pick those names and do the basic research to avoid our players to fall in traps, for at least have our player a little bit more protected than if they are making their due diligence alone. I don't know if it answers your question. If you want to add something.
We want to make sure that the gameplay is interesting, or that it adds value to the players, right? We don't do paid like sponsorships. Anything that we advertise are things that we've sort of handpicked, and most of the time they were a reference to us. And we get to chat with the team. So priority is to, of course, not advertise any rug or people with bad intentions, which we know. I mean, there are many of them in crypto, but by all means, we want to avoid this. So we vet the team. Are they doxed or not? Do we believe that they will ship a game, or is it just smoke and mirror? We don't give financial advice at this stage. If we were to invest, that would be completely different. We would look at roadmap, tokenomics, sustainability of the in-game economy, network of the team, composability, scalability of the layer that they used. But not at this stage just yet.
Awesome. So,
someone is asking if we play at Lost Relic. So basically, we open section for games once we have player. Otherwise, it doesn't make much sense. So if you know some player of Lost Relic, so I know that in Lost Relic there is no competition aspect. So it's why we are not really looking into it. Also, we are waiting since months, if not year, the multiplayer mode, which will bring much more attraction. But yeah, if you know a group of players of Lost Relic and they want to build a guild, you can send them to us and we will take care of them. Because there is the player component, there is the tournament component, but there is also all the content creation part, which means that we are also involved in the educative content that we provide. So we have YouTube channel, Twitch channel, we are on the social media. Some people from some of our guild are doing websites, fan sites, fanzine, wiki of the game. Even if the game is not outside, they are in the race to be the official, the official unofficial wiki. I don't know if you guys have played already on different game, but there is always the official source, and there is always a community that bring a better content than the official source. And some of our players are already working on such project like fanzine, website, wiki, and yeah, they are doing an amazing job. It's incredible.
You already answered this partly, Kendo's question, but he said, "Does it matter what blockchain these games are on?" Can you just expand on that a little bit?
Not at all, actually. We are not looking the blockchain because we don't have to be connected to DOS. We connect to the API, to the leaderboard, but not to the game itself. So for us, it's not a problem. It's not an issue what blockchain is the game on. The most important is that it has to be fun, fair, present competitive aspects, and yeah.
But I think here, the question was towards our tech. I mean, potentially. And so when we design our sort of this NFT lending protocol or crypto identity parts, we would be compatible on EVM chains. So EVM compatible chains, which includes quite a lot of them. And then, we might have to do custom integrations with like IMX. That is quite promising for games. But at present, this is only at the sort of white paper or protocol level stage. We haven't deployed anything on the test nets nor mainnet. So as far as gameplay is concerned, we are chain agnostic.
Guys, you've got 30 seconds to hit the giveaway.
Yeah, nice one. Gives everyone an even chance.
I wanted the pressure. Of people feeling the. I've got to find the SB Cafe text. Got to work for it this time.
Yeah. It was a sneaky giveaway, that one. That's fun.
Yeah.
All right. I think we've gone over most of the things. If anyone has any remaining questions, shoot for it. Proof of sneak.
I like it. That's awesome, Kendo. I'm sorry, man.
Oh,
King.
man. King.
Yeah. That's how it is, guys.
This is unacceptable, man.
Yeah, you know the story. The rich get richer.
Well, in this case, the green get greener.
And the green get greener.
Nice.
Oh, fantastic. I think that's a nice note to proof of sneak here. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a good note to finish on.
All right. With that said, XBorg team, it looks like people don't have any questions. So well done for your clarity and your valuable information. It was really cool. Do you have any parting sentences?
Yeah.
Parting gifts.
Yeah, gifts.
Gift. Anyone that joined the XBorg server before 9 o'clock will be dropped some energy points. So.
Oh wait, I think can I share my screen now?
Okay.
I want to share something with you just real quick.
Alpha drop.
Do you guys see my screen now?
Yes.
Yeah, it's coming out very soon, guys. The website is coming out very soon.
Wow.
Yeah, that's as far as I can go, along with white paper for the month. And yeah, that's about what I can show for today.
Fantastic. The last time I saw an orb like that was in a film, and it took over the world. So, but that's a really cool graphic, man. That's amazing.
Nice. Thank you for the
Yeah,
preview.
looks great.
So what have we got? Who knows what? Okay, yeah, that's fine. Awesome. Guys,
So,
thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the warm welcome.
Thank
Happy
you,
to
thank
see you.
cheers.
Ciao, ciao.
Cheers.
See you guys. Bye, bye, bye.